So, after taking care of your postures, after holding your pencil pen properly, after the tripod grasp, let's move on to the letters. What's handwriting without letters? All the handwriting is nothing but the meaningful combination of letters. Friends, when you're writing a letter, be very conscious. You're never supposed to make an illegible letter. Do take care of a proper shape of the letter. This is a first book. This book will give you a beautiful idea about how can you start a letter, and for your surprise, you will not see the letter A in the beginning. Instead, we have started the letter C. There is a beautiful relation, if you can see here. A fantastic commonality is observed. There is a particular common factor between two letters, maybe among few more letters. So let's start with the letter C and A. When you write C, write very carefully. Take care of the upper umbrella shape over there. If you can see this top umbrella shape, do take care of that. And exactly the same kind of C I want you to use in a letter A. Remember, if the C part of your A is getting changed or varied from your C, what you have done already, you cannot be able to produce proper A. Letter A can be done very, very effectively from a letter C. So remember, your lowercase cursive A is a small little extension of your small c. The better you make small c, the better you will be able to make the lowercase a. So C and A, take few minutes, few more seconds, and little 10-15 times, you just practice this pair, C and A. So that will give you a wonderful idea. You will also develop a confidence that you are able to make a letter better. Move on to the next pair, A and D. See the letter A? You have done it already. So with a little extension on top, the vertical line, the slanted line, you can just make a letter D without any effort. A and D are done effortlessly. Because you have done A from C, you will be able to make D from A. That's how this pair will really help you. Then move on to the letter D and G. The letter D is already done. Only difference between D and G is D is moving upwards and G moves downwards. That's it. The middle part of C, you're not supposed to change. Maintaining the C part as it is, I want you to write a letter D and G. Then slowly move on to the letter G and Q. When your hand is comfortable for G, only the difference between G and Q is the lower part is slowly moving towards left side, that is G, and the lower part is moving slightly towards right side, that's Q. The entire remaining part is just same. So make a G and Q exactly similar, except the last part, the left side it is G, and the right side it is Q. Do maintain the equal uniform slant. Do maintain the C part. And slowly move on to the letter C and O. Most of the people I used to see, they don't make O properly. From today, you're supposed to make O from the letter C. Remember, your O is a slight extension of your C. All these letters, you see, you have 5 letters which are made from C. From today, whenever you make A, D, G, Q, and O, try to start just like letter C. And move on to the next beautiful pair, B and F. B and F. Many people have difficulty writing cursive lowercase letter F. Now your F is made so simple from a letter B. Make a letter B. B is like this. Trace it and keep practicing. Once you're able to make B, F is so easy because only 2 small differences are there between B and F. The letter B, it will not move down the line, whereas F, it comes down the line till 50% of the next line on your single ruled paper. Friends, I want you to practice only on single ruled paper. Do not practice handwriting, especially cursive handwriting, on plain paper in the beginning. Do not start practicing cursive handwriting on a 4-rule sheet, on a square rule sheet, broad rule. All these things may not support the way your single rule paper supports. Single rule paper is the one which will suggest you a proper size of your handwriting. So letter B, letter F. After that, slowly move on to the letter V and W. I recommend you to write V in a cone shape. When you have a cone shape, if you can observe, the upper part is a little wider and the lower part is gradually getting narrowed. So this is called a cone shape. So when you're making V, whether it is cursive, non-cursive, uppercase, lowercase. In general, whenever there is a letter V, remember it's based on a cone shape. And two cone shapes make a beautiful W. Even when you're writing cursive handwriting, lowercase letter V, lowercase letter W, remember a cone shape. And while you're writing W, make sure that the middle part of W is of the same height. Now slowly move on to the next beautiful pair called G and J. Friends, you don't have to learn J. By writing G, you have done J already. Look at the right part of the letter G. There is a letter J except a dot. So just separate the J part of your G and make it and add a dot. And remember, never make a circle on J. J circle is wrong. You'll just make a dot. Move on to the next pair, Y and Z. Y and Z also, if you can watch carefully, the way you have done for the letter G, the way you have done for the letter J, at the ending of G, at the end of J, the same kind of ending stroke you will find in the letter Y and in the letter Z. Do maintain a uniform kind of ending strokes for these four letters, G, J, Y, and Z. Out of 26 letters in English cursive handwriting, especially lowercase, these are the only four letters for which you have a common ending strokes. Let's move on to the next pair. This pair is a beautiful pair called N and H. I said it's beautiful because only the upper part of H is different. Except the upper part of H, the second part of N, you see the similar kind of bit, the same kind of ending stroke, the parallel strokes for both the lines. If you can maintain for N and H, you will be able to produce them in a proper way. Then move on to the next pair, N and U. It's almost one reverse to the other. N is open down and U opens on top. Except that I don't find much difference in your N and U. Make N and U. Then slowly go on to N, M. M is made so simple after writing N. What's M after N? So practice N. With a little extension, I think you will be able to produce a wonderful M. Practice them and make use of the dotted lines. Then move on to the next wonderful letters called P and S. Letter P, if you can see, yesteryears, P was done in a different way. Now the P is changed by the international cursive experts this way. The old traditional P had a lot of issues, and this P is a correction to them. So please try to produce the same kind of ending stroke for P and S. These are the only two letters in English alphabet, especially lowercase, with a bowl-shaped ending part on a printed line. Especially on the base line, you have a bowl-shaped ending part. Do take care of them, P and S. Then move on to the letters I, J. These are the only two letters in English cursive lowercase for which you have a dot on them. When I said dot, it is dot. D-O-T dot. Please do not make a circle. I strongly oppose making a circle on your I's and J's. Today you make a small circle. After some months, after some years, it may increase its size. And when you're producing it on a piece of paper, especially when it is answer book, and your teacher is able to look at those circles, it may get deviated. So make dots on I's and J's. Let's move on to the next pair called L and T. L and T are just similar except the horizontal line of the T. That's called T cross bar. Except the T cross bar, both are same. So produce L and T in a slight right slant. Then go for a letter E, K. All these letters, these are the letters from E without any relation. So far, I think all the remaining letters had some relation, but these four letters are found without any relation. That's why I have just kept them without any relation. Just practice them individually. But when you're writing E, my dear friends, please do take care of the beginning stroke. Make a small little beginning stroke. That will be very helpful for you to join from any previous letter to E. K is a little tough. It's made so simple, it's made very easy. It can be made very easy by making the right part of K in 50% of the two lines. Once the second part of K is moving a little bit more than 50%, it may look like R. So do take care of the shape of a letter K. Then easiest letter R, and lastly X. X is also my favorite one, because X is one letter in which you have a clockwise movement and anti-clockwise movement. Make both the movements, and that's very, very useful as a warm-up also, as we have discussed earlier. So practice X this way. So this way you're practicing all the 26 letters, and slowly move on to the next page wherein you have all the letters in alphabetical order. Just do take care of them. And if you're not able to write them in alphabetical order properly, go back to the previous pages, trace on the letters, trace the dotted line, then come back to this page. This is all the small letters in alphabetical order. This page number 10 and 11 deals with the small letters, cursive handwriting, lowercase letters, alphabetical order. Then to add lot of beauty to your handwriting, please work on cursive capital letters. You will not start your cursive handwriting with a non-cursive capital letter. This family, that family doesn't match. Letters of one family must be used for one particular style. All the 26 letters of cursive family are supposed to be used for your cursive handwriting. Please do not bring non-cursive letters into cursive handwriting. When your handwriting is in cursive, you please start your cursive handwriting with the cursive capital letters. All the cursive capital letters are given in a row in alphabetical order. Please practice them. I'll suggest you, all the book randomly, any page if you're practicing, let me suggest you something very, very interesting. Any line you're practicing, the first line is given with a dotted line. Trace on that, your hand will be comfortable. Do not write the letters one below the other like this. I somehow want you to write all the line, then don't go to the next line for a practice. After tracing the dotted line, please move on to the last line and write over there. After completing the last line, please move up. And after practicing this particular line completely, then move up. This way, your focus is always on the original stroke. Instead of practicing an old traditional conventional way, do not do from top to bottom. When you're doing something here, your focus is on your own handwriting, which may not be up to the mark. So in order to improve your handwriting, in order to work on development or improvement, please practice from bottom to top after practicing the dotted lines, after tracing the dotted ones. Friends, after practicing all the lowercase letters and uppercase letters, I want you to practice them together now. Write one capital A, one small a, uppercase B, lowercase b. Just practice them, make a dotted line, go to the last line, move up gradually. Slowly, you keep on practicing all the 26 letters. Do not jump to the next chapter if you have any difficulty or if you have any problem with any letter. All the handwriting, maybe you write 100 pages, dozens of subjects, everything is made only with these 52 letters. Not 52, it's 26 letters in two different styles. All these 26 letters in the two styles you need to master. Only when you're comfortable with each and every letter. If not, go back to the previous pages, practice them once again, practice them 10 more times, 20 more times. Only then move on to the next chapters. All the next chapters are done very effectively. So these 3 pages, 14, 15 and 16 pages are given with the cap letters and small letters, uppercase and lowercase letters. These 3 pages, master them. Without that, you will not go to the next chapters.